Everyone wants to go viral until it actually happens. And then suddenly the thing that you thought you wanted the most or like a dream come true feels like a slight identity crisis. If you've ever said, once I go viral, everything will change, I'm here to tell you, you're not wrong, but probably not in a way that you're expecting. It does change everything, but not in the way that you're thinking. In this episode, I'm pulling from my own experience. I hit 20,000 followers in 5 days on TikTok back in 2023. In 1 month, like literally within that same month, I was at 50,000 followers. I had multiple videos with over a million views. And I'm not a celebrity. I've just been on the other side of virality, and trust me, it's not all the clout and brand deals that everybody makes it up to be. Like, let's talk about what no one tells you about going viral, especially what it does to your mental health. And even if you just consume social media and you see these viral creators, like it's it's you look at yourself differently. And like virality is a high, then it's a hangover. So the first time a video blows up, it's like lightning in your brain. Your phone doesn't stop buzzing, comments flood in, people DM you like you're famous. For a moment, you feel seen in a way that maybe you never have before. But here's what hit me really fast, the same way that the views spiked, then they dropped, right? The adrenaline wore off. So then you kind of are like left with yourself and you're like, what's left? A pit in my stomach, wondering if I'd ever hit those numbers again, right? The insecurity starts to creep in. It's like getting addicted to a slot machine that only pays out one time. It's no fun, right? Then there's the pressure to repeat it, right? Once you go viral, the question becomes, how do I top that? I saw an interview with Miley Cyrus one time because people will always ask her, like, I think Wrecking Ball was like her first, like, really, really, really big hit outside of any stuff she did with Disney. And everybody asked her on interviews, like, you know, like, are you going to make another Wrecking Ball? And this is an interview after she made the song Flowers, which I think hit a billion streams. I freaking love her. But she when she was interviewed, she said, I had to change my relationship with success. Like, I was lucky that I think she said something along the lines of like, I was lucky I have such a good relationship with success, because she didn't know she'd make another Wrecking Ball. She didn't know that when she was creating Flowers. She's like, when I was creating Flowers, I was creating it from my heart. I wasn't creating it to make it what it was, you know? And I don't think, and she talks a lot about how her relationship with success was already stable because her dad already was in the spotlight. So everything that she did was always like, praised and like great, because she never had to struggle with the identity of like, oh, will I ever achieve success again the way that her dad had? So I wish I could find that interview and link it. Maybe I'll look for it, but it was really cool. So definitely look that up. But anyway, as it relates to social media, like, how do I top that? Like, if you've never had that level of, noticeability, or like people looking at you and thinking about a million people watching you, it's crazy. Like, and then you start chasing views instead of chasing value, and you post with anxiety instead of creativity. So you second guess every idea. Like, will this hit? Will this flop? Am I falling off? Like, you have like a whole identity crisis of like, did people really like me just for that topic and nothing else? Like, I thought people liked me for me. Then suddenly you're not creating for joy or alignment. You're creating to feed an algorithm that never says good job. It only asks for more. So then creeps like in the trolls, the judgment, the noise. Going viral puts your content in front of people who do not know you. They don't like you. They don't care. And then they let you know about it. I had strangers dissecting my tone, my face, my story, my weight, my appearance. I got accused of being a Chinese spy, which is like kind of crazy because I'm not Chinese, so like that's wrong on so many levels. But because I like hacked the algorithm, I was being accused of being a Chinese spy. I'm like, whoa, that's like really offensive to Chinese people. Like, I'm not Chinese, but like that's not cool. Like, why did you assume that? Like, what? And just they if they could tear anything apart, they tore everything apart. Like, even like somebody told me that my steering wheel, like they were surprised that I couldn't afford a new car because my steering wheel was old. I'm like, just because I went viral doesn't mean my life changed overnight. And also, like, it's not your business what my car looks like. I love my car. You know, you feel really exposed in a way that's hard to describe. And no one prepares you for that. And everybody's like, oh, but like, boo hoo, like you went viral, your life changed. No, it didn't. Like, your life can change with repeated action and showing up and continuing to create content. That's where the change happens. But like suddenly one negative comment outweighs 100 supportive ones, and you start filtering yourself not for clarity but for safety. Like you start wanting to really protect yourself in ways that you never needed to before because people see you. And the identity crisis of sudden attention is real. Like virality forces you to ask, like, who am I now? Like your ego gets really inflated until there's that like plummet downwards when like nobody engages with your stuff after that viral video. And I wish somebody told me this sooner, but like say you hit a million views on a video, 2 million views, whatever. And then the next day you hit 500,000. It's always going to be cut in half after that. I like to look at it in quarters, right? So like you hit a million views one time, then the next day you can expect less than 500,000. The day after that you can expect less than 500,000, like maybe even half, like maybe even 100,000. The downward trajectory is normal. It's part of the addictive nature of these apps. Unless you're really well known, then you do get those consistent views and stuff. But even so, like everybody has the ebbs and flows after that. And like, you have to ask yourself, virality forces you to ask yourself, who am I now? Am I that girl from that video? And sometimes we go viral for things that we don't even want to be famous for. You've seen it. We've all seen that happen, right? Am I supposed to niche down and be that person forever now? Like, is this one video becoming my entire personality? And do I owe my followers something? What if I don't even relate to that version of myself anymore? Going viral speeds up your audience growth, but to some degree, it's not the same as it used to be on TikTok. I'm speaking for that platform specifically, but your sense of self can't always keep up. So I think sometimes when you're really grounded in who you are and you go viral, like, you have the ebbs and flows of how you feel about yourself when things don't hit the way you want them to. But I think sometimes when people go viral and they don't have a strong sense of self, like Charlie D'Amelio was interviewed on Jay Shetty's podcast, and she's like, I didn't even know what I liked. Like, think about that. Like the most viral girl in the world did what everybody else told her to do. And she even says that, like, definitely watch that episode too. But she was like, I didn't even know like what I liked or what I liked about myself, like how I wanted to dress. I just always did what I was told. And that's crazy to think about, like somebody who has seemingly all the resources, all the fame, all the notoriety in the world, and she didn't even know herself. It's so like I felt very seen by that episode too. And I really appreciate like seeing that side of social media and that side of virality. And it's a really privileged place to come from, of course, like where you're like, oh yeah, I went viral. I own a business because of X, Y, and Z now, or I'm able to do different things and get exposed to new things. But she was consistently putting herself out there. It's not that she didn't. I think she worked hard. And every person that puts themselves out there is working on their self and improving their self in public. So recognizing the privilege here of like, okay, you know, they get famous, they have brand deals, etc. But also I want to recognize the other side of that too, of like, just because she has money doesn't mean that she isn't struggling mentally, and just, yeah, I definitely feel for her. So one thing that the truth that nobody's saying out loud is like going viral will amplify whatever mindset that you're already in, right? So if you're confident and grounded, you'll ride the wave. Just like Miley Cyrus I talked about earlier. Like she was already there. She was already confident. But if you're insecure, seeking validation, or unsure of your purpose, like I definitely resonate with that a lot. It's going to mess with your head. And it messed with my head a lot. I actually, like, after I went viral, I crashed and burned hard. You guys didn't even catch me on social media for like a couple months because I burned out so bad. And I was trying to be everywhere and everything to everybody. And I lost my sense of self. And here's what I've learned the hard way. Going viral is not the goal. It's sustainability, it's alignment, it's sanity, and it's that consistent effort between videos, right? In between your virality, who you show up in between your viral videos is what people fall in love with. Yes, a viral video will hit because it's circulating and right place, right time. There's so many reasons why a video goes viral, but it's like the people that stick with you in between, like those are your stands. Those are your people, like why are we getting upset that it's less than the viral video? Like those are the people that are sticking with you. So I'd rather grow slow, even though I did grow fast in the beginning, and still like myself than grow fast and forget who I am. And yeah, I'd like now, I guess how I stay grounded now is I do a couple things differently. I don't obsess over numbers, I focus on impact. I only post what I'd be proud of, even if it flops. Because if I can sit here at the end of the day and be so proud of what I made and what I created, and use my creativity as an art, and use my videos as my art form, my hobby. Like when I start looking at social media like a hobby, even though it is a job, it's come with wonderful things. When I look at it as a hobby, and when I can look at every single video with immense pride and be proud of myself, that's amazing. And this is why I'm always like, if one person learns something from this, then I've done my job. I have to have that relationship with my creativity. Otherwise, I'll be there for the numbers, right? I get upset with myself when it flops, right? So I also mute notifications when a video is blowing up. Actually, I just mute them all the time, but like it's due to the fact that when a video blew up, I basically lost my mind. But to protect my peace, your peace is important, right? And I create for my future self, not just the current state of being that I'm in. And I create for me. And I create in the hope that my digital footprint helps somebody in their journey. And when it's all said and done, I don't want to be known for going viral. And I know a lot of people are like that too. I want to be known for being real, helpful, and with, integrity, and even when nobody's watching. So if you've ever fantasized about going viral, I hope this episode gave you a bit more of an honest perspective. There's nothing wrong with going viral, and I'm not completely discrediting any benefits that come with that. But if you've gone viral and you're spiraling a bit or anything like that, you're not broken, you're human. Take care of your nervous system, create from a grounded place, or even if your goal is never to go viral, just think about before you comment on somebody else's page. We don't know each other like that. We're not besties. Like we're not in real life. Like I try really hard to be kind to other creators on these apps. And if I disagree with somebody, I just keep scrolling. I just don't want to contribute to any negativity and any headspace that they're in, because I don't know what headspace they're in. All I can do is speak from my own perspective and know that like my headspace wasn't great when I was the most viral ever. And it's much better now that I have a better relationship with social media. So take care of your nervous system, create from a grounded place. You don't need to chase moments. You're building a community one video at a time and one interaction at a time. If this resonated with you, share it with a friend who's been there too. And let me know, like, have you ever been viral, or have you ever seen somebody go viral and lose their sense of self or their self concept? Like, I want to know. So until next time, thank you so much for being here. But, take the pressure off yourself. If you want to go viral, that's not what it's all about. But be true to who you want to be and the legacy you want to leave. And that should be your guiding force. Well, we're out of juice for today, but thank you so, so much for listening. We will see you again at the same time next week.